Thank you, Program Director. Good morning, everybody. Entrepreneurs, good morning. As introduced, I'm Dr. Cino Shearer, and I'm a director at Executive Consulting International. I'm not going to talk a lot because what we do is we connect small to medium enterprises with the international market. So if you're based in Africa, the Southern Africa, Northern Africa, but specifically for this day, specifically for today and for this program, you're based in South Africa, we then connect you with an international partner or somebody or an organization that does similar work to what you are doing or trying to do here locally in South Africa. Now, there's a long list of things that we look for in order for us to invest in you as a small to medium enterprise or shareholder or owner of an organization, which I'm not going to get into right now because you can get that information on the website of the SMME website, and our contact details are on there as well. But to give you a brief background of what we do is, we would take a look, for example, we would take something such as the Mandela wines that are manufactured locally, and we will then find a winery or distillery that is based internationally, that is willing to partner or that is willing to market your brand internationally, and we hook you up with them. So the model we use is similar to what the Gauteng Economic Development Agency uses. However, we don't have as much red tape as the Gauteng Economic Development Agency does. We ensure that the opportunity is profitable for you locally, and also that it will be able to give as much exposure to your international partner or sponsor, bearing in mind that not, as the program director said, that not all opportunities are necessarily for you. If it is so that you would like to have your brand locally and you're not ready to go international yet, then we could look at a model in which we try and assist you with partnering with somebody that does what you, similar to what you do in one of the other African countries or locally, to make your brand stronger prior to you having to go international. But we deal mostly with joining local companies with international companies or sponsors in order for us to reach optimum objective, which is to make you grow and which is to make you money and to come back to South Africa and then either get broaden economic opportunities for other individuals whom you would like to employ. I'm going to now allow you to ask me any questions, and I think in doing so you'll be able to get more, you'll be able to understand more of what it is that we do. Any questions? Yes, sir.
Do you have any experience going to Mozambique?
We have a specialist team that looks at each country and what is currently booming in those countries, and therefore we will be able to link you up with one of the specialists that deals with our Mozambique and similar and countries such as Mozambique, in order for you to take your brand there. But bearing in mind that it might be that what you are selling or what you would like to sell would not necessarily be accepted in that country, and so we would be able to direct you to say that we would rather have you look at an alternative as opposed to the country that you. But yes, we can assist you with Mozambique. Yes, I can.
So my question is two parts. The one, do you have any specific sector focus that do you have any specific sector focus that you've built capability on throughout the partnerships that you've created? And the second part is, on a practical level, what do you actually do? So from my understanding of what you've said is the partnerships to markets, and there's the linkage to also partners in other countries. So what does that actually look like? Do you facilitate the relationships? Do you facilitate the trips to those countries? On a practical level, what do you actually do?
To answer your second question, on a practical level, what we would do is we would do the introduction for you. We would introduce you to, I'm going to give you a practical example. We would introduce you to t-shirt manufacturing companies, if you want to manufacture t-shirts, t-shirt manufacturing company that have X amount of capital that they would like to invest in a small enterprise. So we connect you. We will not facilitate the entire deal with you. We'll only make sure that it is regulated in terms of South African law, that you operate and the contract that you're signing in South Africa would allow for you to operate within the domicile. You'll be able to operate under those financial strains. And then we would leave you to be, and from time to time we'll be able to check up on you and then provide you with a financial advisor if need be, or you can get your own. But what we do is we just introduce you to a sponsor or a partner, a future business partner, for you to take it further. And we are not specific to any industry. Our spectrum is broad, from education to manufacturing to training and development. Yes, Lynn.
Good morning. Must I have experience or alliance to be a part of your...
No, you don't need to have experience. You obviously need to know your brand and what it is that you would like to sell. Because the only thing we're going to do is we're going to introduce you to your international partner, to your match. And you're going to have to sell your product. We can assist you with it by getting you brand specialists and image consultants and all of that. But you're going to have to know your brand. So we can't take somebody who has no experience in their own brand and then take them internationally. So you would have to know who you are, what it is that you're hoping to sell, and what it is that you're hoping to get out of the relationship in order for us to introduce you. But you don't necessarily have to have experience internationally in order for us to do so. Yes, sir?
Are there any costs?
There are costs involved, but the costs are not prepaid. So the cost will be determined as to how many connections you've made and as to whether it will be fruitful for you financially or not. Where we go through, we do a financial assessment and we see that you do not have any financial capital, we will try our level best to get you as far as doing the international trip, as far as you going there in order for you to present. But after looking at your finances and doing the financial assessment, we'll be able to assist you in that. But there are costs involved, but the costs will only be paid after you've received some sort of financial backing or guarantee from your sponsor or partner. I'm checking for hands.
Hello. I just want to know, do you work with early childhood development centers? And do you also link them with funders?
Our spectrum is broad. To date, we have not had early childhood development. We've had exchange programs. We've had exchange programs from learning institutions, but we've not had early childhood development programs. But you're welcome to propose it, and you can be the first one.
Thank you.
Nobody wanted to take their brands overseas here. And you've just heard about the economic crisis that we find ourselves in. I'm very surprised you're willing to stick it out. Huh? Going once. Any further questions? Yes, ma'am.
What I wanted to know is the same question as the gentleman here. That any course that you have, like, for instance, if I want to take your nanny abroad, how much do I pay your fees? And is it an ongoing thing or is it a once-off thing? Once I'm established, you just leave me alone and do my own thing, or do I have to go through you for everything?
No, you wouldn't have to go through us for anything. We introduce you, and part of the introduction is us making sure that when we part, that the contract that you've agreed to with your sponsor or with your partner is profitable for yourself. So we can't just leave you and you are going to be the one doing all the work and you're not necessarily going to see any financial rewards out of it, and our country when you come back is not going to stand to gain anything from it. The cost I cannot give you at the top of my head because it will be determined by the contract that you have But it's designed and scheduled in such a way whereby it is a win-win situation for both parties, for yourself and for us having introduced you to somebody. So we act as your agent. We will look for somebody that does what you do internationally, and we can then negotiate the rate, and it's not an ongoing thing. Whatever your relationship is, if it's a 3-year contract with you manufacturing bags and taking them to Milan for Milan Fashion Week, if you're not going to showcase at the Fashion Week itself, but you're going to be showcasing outside of the Fashion Week for the next 3 years, it is the prerogative of Giorgio Armani, in order for them to give you a contract, we leave you with the first-year contract. Whatever you do after that is your relationship with the country and with that particular brand. Yes, sir.
I'd like to know the criteria that you apply respectively for the risk management.
The criteria that you will have, I won't be able to go into details of the criteria because there's quite a few pointers that we look at, but I will have it posted on the SMME website, and you can then check it from there, or you could go to our website. I'll give you the details on the SMME website, and you can go onto our website and then check through the criteria, or give us a call and we can talk you through it.
The last one.
Yes.
I didn't get your name of the
Executive Consultants International. We do executive consulting internationally. Very simple. All right. Any other questions? Going once, going twice? Gone. Thank you and have a blessed Thursday.